I was thinking about The Writing Life by Annie Dillard, which I read earlier this year on the recommendation of my very wise friend Chelsea, who found it useful and suspected that I would too. And oh boy, did I. It's very good. If you're any kind of writer, I would really recommend it. Although I'd want to make sure you understood before going in that the advice in it is more spiritual than technical. And when I say spiritual, I don't mean like Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic. I mean like a night hag crouching on your chest. As a multivalence new media creator, that really rolls off the tongue. Whatever I am, if you're also something like that, if you're serious about posting, in other words, you've probably gotten the advice to post often, to post every day even. I think that advice comes from a good place. It comes from a place of working on your thing, even if you don't feel inspired to in that moment. That's what discipline is, and you should cultivate that. But I think as a response to posting maybe more often than they really should, people sometimes end up hoarding their own ideas from themselves for fear they're going to run out of them. We live in a world that's conditioned us to think of the expression of our ideas as property, and that framework, thinking of your imagination as a finite resource, impacts the way you develop your ideas in the first place. If you create on a sort of brain budget, if you deliberately thin out your ideas to save the good ones for later, if you write like your ideas are scarce, your work will feel meager and vaporous as a result. Here's what Annie Dillard says. One of the few things I know about writing is this. Spend it all, shoot it, play it, lose it all right away every time. Do not hoard what seems good for a later place in the book or for another book. Give it all, give it now. The impulse to save something good for a better place later is the signal to spend it now. Something more will arise for later, something better. These things fill from behind, from beneath, like well water. Similarly, the impulse to keep to yourself what you have learned is not only shameful, it is destructive. Anything you do not give freely and abundantly becomes lost to you. You open your safe and find ashes.